Hey, what's going on? It's Chuck from the band Simple Plan. We're really excited to be coming out to Bogota, Colombia on March 13 on the Glory Dayz festival. It's going to be amazing. And we also want to give a big shout out to our friend Alejandro's YouTube channel. It's awesome.
Hola amigos del canal de Alejandrosis, bienvenidos a un nuevo capítulo musical y en este estamos muy emocionados por la inminente realización por primera vez en Bogotá del concierto Glory Dayz, el cual se llevará a cabo este 13 de marzo en el Movistar Arena. Allí se va a revivir la nostalgia por el emo, el punk pop y el rock alternativo que marcaron pauta hace aproximadamente 2 décadas con agrupaciones como las invitadas desde Gran Bretaña. Viene Asking Alexandria, es su regreso al país. Van a debutar los estadounidenses de Used en compañía de All Time Low y también marca un retorno la banda canadiense Simple Plan, todo un referente del punk melódico, del punk más adolescente. Es por eso que tenemos en este episodio como un invitado especial al baterista Comeau, que nos va a estar hablando más de lo que será esta presentación. Sean ustedes bienvenidos. Aprovecho para invitarlos a que se suscriban a este magnífico canal, el canal especializado en el rock y el metal, conciertos, discos y bandas nacionales. Si ustedes tienen un grupo, no olviden enviarnos su material. Próximamente vamos a estar haciendo un reporte de los grupos aquí de nuestro país que llevamos en el corazón. Bien, estamos en la previa de lo que va a ser el Glory Dayz, un festival muy en la línea del When We Were Young, un festival que se viene realizando hace 2 años en Las Vegas, Nevada, y que ha traído a estas bandas que marcaron lo que fue el gusto de los jóvenes a inicios de este milenio. En un ejercicio muy similar, con un cartel algo más reducido, pero que estoy seguro que del éxito del mismo esto se ampliará, pues Glory Dayz empieza este miércoles 13, como les decía. El señor Comeau nos atendió desde Canadá para hablarnos de lo que va a ser la presentación de Simple Plan y quiero compartirles la entrevista que tuve el agrado de realizarle. Cuando grupos como estos empezaron a sonar, pues yo estaba terminando el colegio y ahora que vienen aquí a Colombia, pues estoy seguro que muchos de sus fanáticos van por los 30, 40 años, varios de ellos ya con hijos, con otra forma de vida, pero el amor por la música se mantiene indemne. Así que mi pregunta va ahí sobre ese cambio generacional en la audiencia que ha tenido esta agrupación norteamericana.
We know it's really cool. We're bringing a really special bill, like like a big festival, tons of bands that normally I don't think would be able to all play together in Bogota or really like anywhere in the world. It's pretty rare that you have such a great lineup. So we're really excited. We had an amazing time last time. That I think we've only been there once in Colombia, and it's not enough. And we're sorry that it took us so long to come back, but really excited to come visit in March and just want to put on a great show for people there that have been asking, on social media, on all our TikTok and Instagram. Like we see so many requests, so many Colombian flags and people saying, hey, you need to come down and play. And like every time I see that, I'm like, we got to do it. And then finally it's happening. We're able to do it. And I'm just so grateful. And I hope that people are excited and that they will enjoy the show. Well, I mean, I think first of all, I want to say it's really exciting that all these festivals are popping up around the world. Like, we've been lucky enough to be part of the Las Vegas, like when we were young festival. And I got to tell you, just being there, seeing how many people were there, like 80, 90,000 plus every day. I mean, it was magical. It was so cool to see so many people all coming together and enjoying the same kind of music, all the bands that were part of our, that our scene. It was so powerful to see all that. So I think it's really exciting. It's, it's happening in Brazil with the I Want to Be tour and with Glory Dayz in Colombia. So I think people are, like the promoters around the world and people in the industry are realizing that there is a lot of interest and a lot of excitement around pop punk again. And I think it's great that we're able to put on these events that are special, that are like, you look at that and you're like, oh, this might never happen again. in Bogota, like these bands all together, it might be the only time. So I gotta be there. That's what we're trying to create with our tours. When we package bands together, we try to really make sure that there's value for the fan, that they can come and it's not just one band, but they see like a whole evening of songs that they know and that they love. As far as
Desde los días de Sex Pistols a Ramones y The Clash, pues el punk tuvo una actitud bastante contestataria. En los 80 se le dio por momentos como un estilo algo muerto y en los 90 tuvo revival a partir de lo que se llamó neopunk con Green Day, con Offspring. Más adelante vinieron otras bandas a reforzar ello, como es el caso de Blink-182 o también Good Charlotte y Simple Plan. Así que le preguntamos a Shock acerca de este resurgir de lo que algunos denominan punk pop, es decir, un punk más amable.
How do I feel about the revival of pop punk and the music coming back? I mean, in a way, I could argue that it never really went away. We never took a hiatus. We never took a break. We never broke up. We never, we just kept touring and playing shows. So for us, it's interesting when you look at your career. There's ups and downs, and there's moments that are incredible, and then there's moments where it's a bit harder, and you got to keep going. You have to be resilient. And then if you are resilient and you're patient and you keep putting on great shows and good music, there's cycles and people come back. I think it's interesting that we're entering this era of having like this interest again in this scene and this kind of music. I think there's a reason for it. The music, when you listen to it, even 20 years later, 25 years later, it still stands up. It still has this sort of timeless feel. It doesn't feel dated. It feels current. It feels modern in lots of ways. And I think the music, the energy, the honesty of the lyrics, the open book style of the lyrics, like you're really talking about your personal lives and people can really connect with them or with that. So I think there's like the music is kind of evergreen. It feels like these songs can live for a long time, but sure, there is a nostalgic aspect. I think the songs that when you grow up with music in your teenage years or in whatever, like when you're younger or early 20s, that music really leaves an impression on you. It really has, like, it's in your DNA, it's part of you. You can hear one song and it brings you back to a special moment, your first kiss or your first breakup when you went through like a really hard time and you just kept, putting on the same song over and over again. It gets like imprinted in your brain, right? And it becomes like part of the fabric of your life. So I think that people, as they get older, maybe they went away a little bit, they discovered other music, or they left music a little bit behind, because of their lives got busy with jobs and kids and all that. And then comes a point where you want to return to something familiar, something that feels comfortable, something that was important to you. And we're seeing it a lot at our shows. Like there's a lot of people that are coming and they're like, man, you are my favorite band. Like I've been listening to you for 20 years. And then at the same time, you get these people that were not even born when the first record came out, like literally they're 15, 20, 22, and they're discovering this scene just based on like whatever social media, TikTok, like maybe they love like younger artists like I don't know, like MGK, for example, or like Olivia Rodrigo maybe, and then they discover like, oh, where does that come from? And then they go on the streaming platform and everything is accessible. It's all right there. So they can become a fan of a band in one day. They can hear the whole career, right? So I think that's part of it, and it's really exciting. That's why the shows are getting bigger and bigger, because there's a whole bunch of people that stuck with us this whole time that are still there. There's the people that are returning because they want to go back and sort of enjoy the music of their youth. And then you got all these new young people that are discovering it. So it's like these three things are happening at the same time. And I think that's why the shows are really big. And for us as a band that's been a part of it since, 25 years and that never really stopped or anything, it's really exciting. It's really great to see that. And we're having the best time right now. It's like the best time to be in Simple Plan.
22 años, Simple Plan lanzó su primer álbum de estudio con el título de No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls. Y 20 años después sale su sexto álbum de estudio, el más reciente, el cual lleva por nombre Harder Than It Looks. Así que queremos saber qué canciones van a interpretar de esa producción más nueva con respecto a sus clásicos. Bueno, ¿cómo va a ser el repertorio? Escuchemos.
I mean, we haven't exactly decided what it's going to be. We kind of do that every day we change it up. On this European tour, every day we change our set list. We try to incorporate like, you know, songs that we rarely play, like fan favorites, like more obscure songs. Like every day, put one or two of those in the set list and change it up so people really get a different show every night, But the core of the set list, the core of the show is sort of like a whole retrospective of the band's career, like we go back obviously to our first record and all the important songs that people love on there. And we just try to play song from every era of our career. We probably played 3-4 new songs. That's kind of where we're at right now. It's really hard to balance it out, it's exciting to play new music, but at the same time, we want to play the songs that everybody, wants to hear, and the classics as well. So it's kind of like just trying to balance that out, especially when we go to a place like Bogota, where we haven't been in 12 years. Like, we're not going to come and just do 9 or 10 new songs. Like, we gotta make sure that we play the songs that people have been wanting to hear for a long time. So it's kind of like, I would just say it's kind of like a retrospective of our whole career. Kind of like I don't want to call it like a greatest hits, because we play new stuff and we play more obscure, but every song that you think we're gonna play, we're gonna play. And then we're adding more to it, and we have fun, and we have some surprises and everything. And so I don't know. I think it's our best set list we've ever had right now on this European tour that we're doing. Like, every night we're kind of perfecting it and making it a little better. And yeah, so I think it's gonna be, when we come to South America, it's gonna be like so ready and so awesome. And the band is sounding really awesome live right now, and just playing every night just gets you. We've been playing for the last 2 years since the pandemic. We really haven't stopped. It's been really busy, and we've done so many tours, and I think that every night, in a crazy way, like, we're getting better as a band still 25 years in, and that's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. The band was founded in 1999, so they will celebrate 25 years in this year. Do you have any plans for this big celebration?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, actually. We do. We're working on 2-3 really big sort of major projects that we want to have ready to kind of commemorate this whole 25 years as a band. It's kind of crazy. Like, it feels like yesterday in lots of ways, but yeah, it is. When you count the years, it is 25 years. I mean, I can't really tell you exactly what we're doing, but there's the feel of the celebration is like to look back on the path and the career and like the journey that we've had within this band. Something about releasing all the music together, in a way that people can feel like it's a whole like career spanning like retrospective of all the releases and everything. So there's lots of, I'll give you a little hint, but there's lots of vinyls that were not available, that never got released on vinyl. So we want to do something special around that. So that's definitely going to happen. We're working on that right now, which is a big project, and we're excited. And then we want to tell our story. We want to tell people that maybe don't know, maybe just found out about the band recently or whatever. We want to sort of show them the whole journey. So we're working on a project that's gonna really tell the story of the band, where we've been, where we are now, and where we're going in the future. So I'm excited about that. And then obviously the shows, like, we're still catching up after the pandemic. We haven't been to South America yet since probably 2000. Well, in Colombia, it's 2011 or 12, I think. So we're still, and we haven't been to Brazil, we haven't been to Australia, so there's still lots of places to go. We just announced a big Avril tour with Avril Lavigne it's going to be a whole year of like celebrating the band and with special projects and special merchandise and lots of really cool stuff.
Perfecto, amigos, aún hay entradas disponibles para lo que va a ser el Glory Dayz en el Movistar Arena. Repito, con Asking, Alexandria, The Used, All Time Low, los señores de Simple Plan. También hay una agrupación colombiana llamada Todo Niño Paga dentro del cartel, así que la diversión va a comenzar desde temprano. En los comentarios, por favor, cuéntenme si ustedes hicieron parte de toda esta movida del neopunk, del punk pop, y si acuden al Glory Dayz, ¿cómo les pareció? Mi nombre es Alejandro Bonilla, me dedico al lindo oficio del periodismo musical y a través de mis redes sociales, Alejandrosis, pueden encontrar más contenido relacionado. Muy pronto nos vemos de nuevo aquí con mucha más música. Hasta pronto.